time for the Roundball Roundup Camdenton Laker basketball show from the Funky Buffalo. And now your hosts, William Holtz and Ron Dugan.
We're here at the Funky Buffalo in Camdenton, Missouri, and it's the Roundball Roundup. Ron Dugan, William Holtz, and a little bit of a different feel knowing no more basketball left, Ron.
Yeah, it really is. It's kind of came to a disappointing end, but, you know, it was a great season, and especially for the girls, and really a really good season for the boys, too. A lot of surprising things that developed during the year, and you know, there's a lot of potential down the road, and so, you know, it's just one of those things that you hate for it to end.
Yeah, you certainly do. And today's show, we're going to have the privilege of being joined by Hunter Glenn and Kyle Snyder from the guys' side, and then Natalie Basham, who's a young and rising player on the girls' side. We saw some good things from. So we're going to be joined by all three of those, Ron. But talk a little bit about the guys' season. Came to a disappointing loss in the district opener.
Yeah, they got Waynesville in the first round, and it's, you know, it's pretty tough district, you know, with Jeff City, Waynesville. We had just lost to Lebanon the prior week, and Lebanon's really been playing well the last couple weeks. In fact, they took Jeff City right down to the wire last night or on Tuesday night. And but, you know, Camdenton went up against a tough Waynesville team that had beat us by 19 earlier in the season.
Right.
We lose by 20, 52-72 to them. You know, we started off great. I mean, great first quarter. I think we said we were 9 for 15
or something
from the
outside,
3-point line,
and
the score was 23-23 at the end of the first quarter. We were playing great, and then we come out, and you know, Waynesville kept making their shots, and we couldn't hit the broadside of the barn in the second quarter. And I think we ended up shooting 2 for 10 in that quarter, and you know, it was just a tough quarter for us and got us behind, and then it was playing catch up the rest of the game.
Ron, and we've said all year long, this team lives and dies by the three. And what I noticed the difference early in the game was, compared to the last 3 quarters, was that extra pass. They were passing the ball so fluidly, they'd kick it inside, they'd give and go, and they'd find the extra pass, the open shooter, and they were hitting their shots. And I felt like over the course of the last 3 quarters, maybe they forced their shots a little bit. And obviously later in the half, you had to down. But early on, when you were still in the ballgame, I just felt like we didn't get as good of looks as we did early.
Well, Waynesville will do that to you, and you know, it's not really, you don't see that a lot of times, but they have some really quick guards, and we were making some additional passes, but they were covering those things because their guards are that quick, and so it was tough for us to get those real open looks. We got several of them in the first quarter, but definitely Waynesville stepped up their defense as far as the guard play goes in the second quarter, and then we just kind of got out of attacking the basket. You know, Dylan Decker had 3 assists in the first quarter.
Right.
He was attacking the basket, we were getting it inside and then kicking it, and that tends to have gives the guys an opportunity to get open looks. We weren't doing that as much in the second quarter, weren't getting the open looks, and their defense was able to stay out and guard our guards.
Yeah, you touched on it. Waynesville, very, very solid defensively. And then the 2 perimeter guards, I mean, just really, really can break down a defense. And we saw that. I mean, we got worn down late. And the final numbers from outside, Ron, you're not going to win any ball games. 8 of 36 from outside, and that really came back to haunt the guys on the year. And all season long in games they were close in, had an opportunity, and just pulled away late. I'll tell you that big kid for Waynesville, his free throw was just beautiful.
Yeah, he's got a smooth stroke, and I'll tell you what, he was really using his size inside by attacking the basket. You know, our guys were doing a good job defending it, and we could not get a charge call. That guy was just barreling into us and, you know, knocking our guys flat, and no call, it goes up for an easy layup. So he got a lot of easy scores, but then when we did foul him, and they did call it, he was going to line and he was knocking him down.
Yeah, we did get one. It was the senior Kyle Snyder took one, but like you said, there's probably 4 opportunities they could have given the big fella a charge, and we only got one to go our way one time, and that really handcuffed us down the stretch because that 6-point swing their way, and then you take away the scoring opportunity for Camdenton, and just ends up really, really handcuffing us. But
and that officiating crew, they didn't call a foul on Waynesville until into the second quarter, a minute into the second quarter. They really let guys play, and really kind of to the detriment of us because we didn't have the size or the quickness that Waynesville does. So it really plays into their hand very well. And if they're not going to call those kind of things, we're kind of under the gun.
And then when they did start to blow their whistle a little more regularly, it definitely seemed like Camdenton got some ticky-tack fouls. But talk about real quick this group of seniors that did some awesome things. Braden DeMark, Michael Hake, Kyle Snyder, Brady Kemp, Hunter, and Riley. I mean, all big time years for the guys, and just they're going to do big things in life, and some of them going to go on and play sports in college. And it was really, really good to get to see these guys come together and finish the year strong, even though it wasn't on the winning end. You just very, very proud of those guys.
Yeah, they're a great group of kids, and play hard every single game, give it everything they've got, and they're going to go a long way in life because really their character is such a high standard.
So we're excited about them, but just as exciting about the seniors that are on their way out is what this team could do next year. Talk about a couple of the young guys. Hunter Glenn, we saw him come on so strong last couple games of the year, 24 against Lebanon, and then he had 14 Tuesday night in the district game. And then Dylan Decker, we know he can stroke it, can score. Got to get him to play within his means a little more, which I think he'll do over the course of the offseason. And then one kid we look to really step up big next year is Jackson Ezard. I think he's going to be a big-time piece of that puzzle, and hopefully things fall into place, and we're looking for a solid year for those guys.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can build a team around, Hunter and Dylan for sure, and with Dylan's athleticism especially. But, there's a lot of opportunity for some guys to really step up, and we'll find out who is going to really do the work in the offseason.
All right, well, this is this segment on the Roundball Roundup. We'll be right back and talk about the girls' team into the season with the loss as well. We'll talk about that right after this.
Hi, I'm Lake TV's Ashley Kyle. Ever wonder who produces so many of the local television commercials you see here on Lake TV? We do. Lake TV's full-service video production department can create commercials like these that can drive potential customers to your store or business. Contact us today and see what Lake TV's commercial production department can do for your business.
Polylift boat lifts.
Your boat is a major investment. Make sure it sits on a Polylift.
When you need a boat lift to raise your boat out of the water, choose the one voted best boat lift at the lake. Choose Polylift. Any size, built with the best quality construction, a lifetime warranty on the tanks, and the service to stand behind it. We don't just build boat lifts, we build Polylifts.
We don't just build boat lifts, we build Polylifts.
The Funky Buffalo Brew House and Trading Company is home to the Roundball Roundup Camdenton Lakers basketball show. And it's home to the lake's best coffee, scones, and handcrafted sandwiches. Come see what all the talk is about and enjoy the beautiful tucked away in the woods setting. While deciding from our irresistible lineup of drinks and treats, you'll also notice some of the most breathtaking art from local artists plastered all over our walls. The Funky Buffalo Brew House and Trading Company, taking pride in being much more than your normal coffee shop.
Back here on the Roundball Roundup, William Holtz, Ron Dugan, and time to talk about the girls' side in the season with an overall mark of 18-7. And as a one seed, didn't necessarily see them fall in the opener of districts, but man, Waynesville played well. Yeah,
they did play well. And those seedings, you can kind of throw those out the door because, you've got three teams that are 18-7. And you got another team that's 22-4.
Right.
And and the 22-4 team is not the number one seed. So you throw the seedings out the window. It was a very tough district, and it's one of those. All the teams were pretty equal.
Right.
And it's really whoever is going to shoot a little bit better that night, or whoever plays, gets some breaks and get some calls and those kind of things. That's going to be your champion of the district. And really any one of the four teams could have won it.
Yeah, and Jeff City beats Lebanon. Waynesville beats Camdenton. That's going to be a great game Thursday night down there at Lebanon. Should be an exciting one. But they end the year 18-7, Ron. And let's just talk about the senior class a little bit. The four girls that obviously have been playing together forever, Sophie Shore, Alyssa Ripley, Kendall Spraggins, and Bailey Rezbak. Just kind of an emotional night Monday night down there in Lebanon.
And it was emotional the next night, too. The girls were all there supporting the boys. I talked to Coach a little bit, and they're still, really hurt by that loss. And it was just one of those really tough games. Things didn't go our way. We started off really good. We tried to persevere through some things, and not shooting the ball very well. They had a big girl inside that really took a lot of our effort to try to contain her, and she just did a fantastic job against us. Made her free throws down the stretch, and that was the difference in the game. But yeah, some really quality girls. And we talked about the boys earlier, but these are some outstanding girls also. And, they're going to do well in life. A couple of them are going to continue playing basketball, in college, and look for some great things from them. But they're just such outstanding people, and they're going to truly be missed.
And just run through some numbers. Sophie in her final game had a nice ball game, 8 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists. Really shared the basketball, had 4 assists in that fourth quarter. Alyssa Ripley, 13 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Kendall Spraggins, 2 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, so all over the score sheet. And then Bailey Resback poured it on late. She had 17 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. So it's good to see the guys or the girls go out on that note, with some nice stats. Obviously didn't get the win, but you love this group of girls, and like you said, Ron, they're going to do big things after they leave Camdenton.
Yeah, they really are, and just it was so nice to get to know all of them, through this show, and just find out, they're just really good people, and they've come from great families, and you can tell, and they've been coached by a great coach, and not just basketball, but life,
Certainly.
and so they're going to do really well, and we're just so proud to have gotten to know them.
Yeah, certainly, and we talked about the guys, and as the seniors depart, maybe some more solid pieces are already in place for next year. You've got Blair Kurtz and Tegan Shockley, who just had big-time years as juniors to really catapult themselves into a big leadership role next year to replace some departing seniors. Kylie Meyer, Coley Resbeck, Abby Miller, and Natalie Basham, all big-time role players. And so you're going to get 6 girls back next year already that have significant playing time in the Ozark Conference.
And that's the key. I mean, they got to play a lot, and Coach had them in the rotation the whole season. So, they're not really underclassmen anymore, and I really look for some great things from them next year.
Yeah, so it was a bittersweet end for the girls. Certainly thought we'd still be playing both sides guys as well, but it ends with a really good record of 18-7. You can't take away what this senior class was able to accomplish. The district championship last year, first in 30 years in Camdenton, and I think it's safe to say that this group of seniors had a big-time hand in restoring the tradition of Camdenton basketball.
Yeah, and they definitely paved the way for girls basketball in Camdenton, no doubt about it.
And we wish them luck, so we'll be right back on the Roundball Roundup after this.
Lake TV and LakeExpo.com are bringing the community closer together with the Lake of the Ozarks news update, keeping you up to date on recent developments and upcoming events. Watch it every weekday on Lake TV or on the web at mylaketv.com.
All right, back here on the Roundball Roundup, and it's our player spotlight. First of 3, got senior Kyle Snyder joining me. Kyle, what's going on?
No, nothing much. Just chilling, going to school, every other kid.
And loving the sweater that Andrew Evans is wearing, just
yes,
like me.
big fan, huge fan of the sweater.
And Andy as a whole, I'll tell you what. You got to get to know that man a little better. He is the man. Okay, Kyle, so I know that you played basketball last 4 years. You're from Texas, but forget about on the court. Tell us a little bit about you. Who are you as a person?
I'm Kyle Snyder, born at Lake Regional Hospital. Moved down to Texas, got a ranch job, my dad did. Decided to retire and come back here to the lake area.
You love it down here?
I do. It's a good time.
Do you take part in a lot of the lake activities, boating, swimming?
I do. I'm a big bass fishing guy.
Really?
Got my own boat, and jet skis, and wakeboarding.
Awesome.
Huge fan.
Do you golf?
No.
No, not a golfer.
I mean, recreational golf, not competition.
I was going to say, so don't get out there with Braden?
Or Hake.
Or Michael, yeah. They're both. Those guys both can hit the links pretty hard.
Yeah.
Very good, man. Okay, so tell us where you're going to school next year after you graduate from Camdenton.
I plan on going to Southwest Baptist University, SBU, up in Bolivar.
Get to see Rez play down there?
Yes, I'm very excited. I heard about that. Yeah, I got to watch her sign, actually.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And what are you going to major in down there, Kyle?
Criminal justice law. Yeah.
What makes you want to go into criminal justice?
I really want to be a police officer or a state trooper, and I always want to help the people, It feels like a calling to it.
Yeah, this day and age with, social media and everyone having
Exactly.
cameras, that they really, really make law enforcement out to be a bad guy. You think you're ready for something like that?
Yeah. I'm already in a law enforcement class, and I'm already learning a lot about it.
You almost say that with a little bit of swagger, like you welcome,
Yeah, let's bring it on.
Very good. Good, man. Awesome. Okay, so you want to go into criminal justice. Tell us about maybe some of your hobbies that you have off the court.
Shooting guns and fishing. Yeah, it's a good time.
A true Ozark guy.
Hang out with my best friends.
So, who are your best friends?
Corey Jennings and Bailey Parrish.
Good man, good man. Okay, so we were talking about it a little bit about Netflix. Give me your favorite show on Netflix.
Probably got to be Fast and Loud with Richard Rawlings.
I've not seen it. Tell me a little bit about it.
A guy who takes cars in Dallas, Texas, sells them. He has his own garage. I don't know.
You're talking to a guy who doesn't even change his own oil.
Probably not, honestly. Probably doesn't change his own oil.
No, this guy right here, I was saying.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah, so I mean, that show might not be of interest to me. I looked at you like, whoa.
Because it's really funny because I'm doing a demonstrative speech how to change oil in a truck.
I should be there.
That's really funny.
I should be
It's
there
ironic. That's ironic.
for that. Okay, haven't seen the show, but I'm sure that your favorite food will ring a bell with me. What's your favorite food?
Hot wings, definitely.
Yep, that's my favorite as well. Had a
wings.
feeling. We just, down after the game the other night, down in Lebanon, we went
Yeah.
to Applebee's and did the all-you-can-eat boneless wings.
You know what's good is Heroes. Heroes had their hot wings going last year. Remember that?
No.
Mondays, like 25-cent wings or something like
They
that.
have awesome wings.
Yeah, pretty decent.
I'll be there Friday night, so I'm going to check out Heroes Wings for sure. Thanks for the recommendation. Give me your favorite actor or actress. Keep it appropriate.
Scott Eastwood, Clint Eastwood's son. That's a good one. And Jolie.
Yeah, of course. Who doesn't like her?
Yeah.
She's a good actress,
Not too
is
bad.
what I mean. Okay, so you told me you have a girlfriend. Tell me a little bit about her, how long you guys been together, and your,
Man.
in case her parents are watching, tell me what your implications are with their daughter.
Name is Catherine Lucas. We've been dating. We've been dating for a year and 3 months, and she's a really great person.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations. Glad to hear that. So, Kyle, talked about your dad took a ranch job in Texas, then retired down here. Talk a little bit more about your family.
I was adopted at 2 years old. I mean, not 2 years, 2 hours old. Always been with them. They just taught me upright and just loved being around them. I got a brother. He was also adopted. Mom got into a bad bike accident and couldn't have kids.
Way cool, man. No, that's awesome. And your family is your family,
Yes, sir.
regardless of whether they gave birth to you or not. I know
Yeah.
my aunt has 3 adopted sons, and
Yeah.
they're boys.
Yeah.
For sure, man.
Good
That's
stuff.
awesome. Okay, now, Kyle, tell me this. Over the course of being a Laker,
Okay.
you have to pick one moment that's going to stick out to you for the rest of your life. What would that be?
Probably when Bobo hit his shot at the end of the game.
Yeah, you and everybody else
I
loved
went
that.
nuts. I went crazy. Yes, sir.
As did I, man.
That was crazy.
Bigger than sports, right?
It was pretty big.
That's awesome. All right, Kyle. Hey, man, thanks so much for coming on. Good
Thank
luck
you.
down there in Bolivar. And if you think about it, get me out on that bass boat this summer.
Okay.
All right, buddy. Thanks
Okay,
for coming
I
on,
will.
brother.
See ya.
Everyone, Kyle Snyder, senior for the Camdenton Lakers. We'll be right back on the Roundball Roundup after this.
Soccer fans, Lake TV thanks you for tuning in to Lake TV this past MLS season to cheer your Sporting KC squad all the way to the playoffs. As exciting as it was to provide live Sporting KC soccer to you this season, we're even more excited to announce that we'll be bringing you live Sporting KC soccer in HD for the 2016 season. Stay tuned into Lake TV for season updates on Sporting KC. Lake TV congratulates Sporting KC for another U.S. Open Cup championship.
The Funky Buffalo Brew House and Trading Company is home to the Roundball Roundup Camdenton Lakers basketball show. And it's home to the lake's best coffee, scones, and handcrafted sandwiches. Come see what all the talk is about and enjoy the beautiful tucked away in the woods setting. While deciding from our irresistible lineup of drinks and treats, you'll also notice some of the most breathtaking art from local artists plastered all over our walls. The Funky Buffalo Brew House and Trading Company, taking pride in being much more than your normal coffee shop.
Back here on the Roundball Roundup, and I'm joined by Junior Hunter Glenn. Hunter, what's going on, buddy?
Nothing much. Pretty good.
Doing pretty good. A couple of big games, came off a 24-point performance to end the regular season at Lebanon. What was going through your mind in that one, man?
I came out, and once I just started to get hot, I just got more and more confident. And Coach just told me to keep going, so I just went until I got stopped, and that didn't really happen throughout the game.
Solid. Yeah, ended with 24 career high. Big time game for you, and then you started the district game. Big time start. You banked home a 3 and started the scoring. Was that intentional?
Definitely not intentional. I mean, I felt like I was definitely going to hit the backboard when I shot it, but I'm just glad it went in.
I like your honesty because I would have definitely been like, yeah, that was certainly intentional. Bank is open, so good for you, brother. All right, well, talk to us a little bit about Hunter Glenn off the basketball court.
Off the basketball court, I really just like to hang out with my friends and hang out with my family. I got 2 brothers. I got one in college. Oh, no, actually, he just graduated. Forgot about that. But he's out in Colorado on a business job. And then I got a little brother. He kind of just looks up to me and tries to follow me and everything. And then my mom, she owns a pasta restaurant in Osage, if you haven't tried it. Shell's Pasta Emporium. Very good pasta. And then my dad, he is a part owner of TNT Truck and Equipment in Laurie.
Yeah, the Glens, good guys down there. T-Bone and Travis, rocking and rolling. All right, big dog. So your hobbies off the court, you talked a little about boating and golf. Are you a good enough golfer to get out there with the guys like Braden and Hake?
Well, I played varsity with them last year. This is actually my first year not playing because I wanted to take basketball more seriously this season and just keep going in the off season. But yeah, I still get beat by Braden here and there. But Mike, we've had some good matches back and forth back in the day.
Yeah, and your cousin, Ty, is actually, he works out there at Old Kinderhook. He's a pretty good golfer, isn't he?
Yeah, I play with him out there quite a bit.
Yeah, I've never beat Ty in all the times trying.
I've never been close.
All right, so I was talking to you a little bit about schooling, and you don't necessarily have a school figured out, but what are your goals in college?
I want to play basketball somewhere. I'm going to work hard this summer for it, and hopefully just go to a 4-year that I really enjoy and a nice team like this year's.
Awesome. Okay, so to people that don't understand the commitment and the work that goes in off season when you want to pursue, ball at the next level, what is your off season going to consist of to keep you in shape and ready to go for next year?
Lots of dribbling and lots of shooting, and definitely a healthy diet, lots of lifting. I got to get bigger before my senior season, and mostly just building the mindset that I'm a leader in it next year and just getting ready for all of it.
That's awesome, man. Very good. Okay, so a little bit lighter now, not as serious. Talk to us a little bit about maybe one of your favorite shows. Talk about one of those.
Impractical Jokers, definitely one of my favorite. I like BMS as well. It's a very funny show.
BMS, Blue Mountain State?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good man. Good man. Okay, so with your mom owning a pasta place, is pasta your favorite food?
Tacos takes it over a little bit. I don't know how she feels about that, but yeah, definitely tacos over pasta any day.
Okay, tell us your favorite actor.
Definitely Will Ferrell. Funniest one by far to me.
Do you have a favorite Will Ferrell movie?
Oh, I can't even think of a favorite one.
Have you seen Daddy's Home yet?
I haven't.
Oh, you got to go see that, man. That probably takes the cake once you've seen that. It's really, really good. Okay, and a more light note, I know I gave you a hard time a little bit ago, but talk a little bit about your girlfriend.
Her name's Lizzie Miller. We've been together for about 5 months now, and she's a good person. Like to be around her, and she supports me a lot, so it's a good thing.
Awesome, man. Okay, you talked about your family life already, so we'll get right to it. In your years at Camdenton, being a Laker, you're going to be entering your senior year next year, and obviously you're going to be a leader. But over the course of the last few years, what's your favorite moment being a Laker?
Last season, as a JV team, we played in a varsity tournament, and we played Versailles as the 1 seed, and we were the 8 seed, and we beat them. We made 22 threes, almost broke the record for most threes in a game. And I don't know, it was just really made our confidence rise a lot, and it was a good team effort.
Yeah, I mean, that was a Versailles team that had Trey Woods and Michael Allen on it and was, supposed to dominate that Eugene tournament. And you touched on it. You guys were the 8 seed as a JV squad, come in, and you guys just caught fire, and you guys weren't missing. I mean, I was at that game, and it was a sight. You guys could not miss.
Yeah,
hopefully we'll see some of that next year.
For sure.
So I know you're going to be getting the shots in the offseason, Hunter. Looking forward to seeing what you bring to the court next season. Good end of the year for you, my man. I certainly appreciate you coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. So everyone, that's Hunter Glenn, junior standout for the Camdenton Lakers, and certainly going to be working hard this summer to bring his best effort next year. We'll be right back on the Roundball Roundup after this.
It's time to accelerate. What's Accelerate, you ask? Oh, just the hottest new magazine to hit the Lake area, covering high school sports in Eldon, Osage, Versailles, Camdenton, and Lebanon. Also covering health, wellness, fitness, and nutrition. With 4 seasonal issues every year, pick up the most recent issue at most local retailers or at all covered schools to get expert insight, pictures, feature articles, and much more. Also, download the Accelerate app on your smartphone to get up-to-the-minute scores. So if life is slowing you down, don't live another minute without your copy of Accelerate.
That's going to be a wrap for this week's Roundball Roundup. Ron, we got next week to look forward to, and that'll be our season finale, and had a great time this year.
It was a great time, and we got to know a lot of these kids really well, and real special time for us, and of course we love basketball and love talking about basketball, so it'd be exciting to look forward to what we're going to do next year.
Yeah, we're going to gear up and bring you better coverage next year, bigger and better than ever, and got some really, really neat ideas in store. And if you guys have anything in mind that you want to get involved or throw our way, we're welcome for suggestions and constructive criticism.
Absolutely. And remember, basketball's a year-round sport. So those kids that are looking for making an impact on varsity next year, get in the gym today.
All right, that's my lovely co-host, Ron Dugan. For the entire Lake TV sports crew and for our guest, Kyle Snyder and Hunter Glenn, I'm William Holtz. We'll see you next time.
Lake TV Sports thanks you for watching this edition of Roundball Roundup from the Funky Buffalo. Watch for a brand new edition next Thursday at 12:30 on the Lake TV network.